Look around your room. How many unfinished projects do you see? That online course you never started? The side hustle you keep putting off? The budget you meant to create 3 months ago? Now imagine this. What if every single delay in your life was costing you actual dollars, not metaphorical value, real, countable money? Because it is. Procrastination isn't just a time thief, it's a wealth destroyer. And if you don't beat it now, your future self might be paying the price for the rest of their life. I used to think I had a productivity problem, that I just needed more motivation, better systems, maybe a stronger morning routine. But over time, I realized I didn't have a productivity issue. I had a procrastination debt. I was postponing tiny tasks that seemed harmless, but together they created a domino effect of missed opportunities, late starts, and lost income. If you're serious about becoming wealthy, not just financially, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, this one enemy must be defeated. So today, I'm giving you the blueprint, not the typical hustle talk, but the deeper truth about why beating procrastination is the #1 skill for wealth. Let's get into it. The compound cost of delay. Here's a quick math reality. If you start investing $200 a month at age 25, by 45, you could have over $100,000. But if you wait just 5 years, that number drops by tens of thousands, even if you contribute the same amount. That's the price of procrastination. But this principle doesn't just apply to money. It applies to skills, relationships, health, and self-worth. Every time you delay starting, the compound benefit of consistency gets delayed. The job application you didn't send, the business idea you didn't build, why your brain loves to procrastinate, the book you didn't write, all of those represent lost opportunity cost. We often think of procrastination as harmless. It's not. It's one of the most expensive habits you have. And the kicker? You pay in silence. You don't see the lost income or the future wealth you could have had, but it's real and it's building interest. You're not lazy. Your brain is just wired for comfort and short-term rewards. When faced with a task that feels overwhelming, uncertain, or not immediately rewarding, like building a business or budgeting your money, your brain defaults to dopamine-rich activities like scrolling, gaming, or binge-watching. It's not a moral failing, it's a neural shortcut, but it's costing you. The key is not fighting your brain, but tricking it. Break tasks into smaller, dopamine-rewarding actions. Set 5-minute goals. Start ugly. Let momentum do the work. The first 60 seconds of action are more powerful than 6 hours of motivation. Once you're in motion, your brain switches from avoidance to progress. Procrastination. Lost income. Let's put this in hard numbers. If you delay starting a side hustle that could make you $500 a month for 6 months, you didn't just lose time, you lost $3,000. If you avoid asking for a raise or applying for higher paying roles out of fear or delay, you could lose tens of thousands over a few years. The most successful people don't always have the best ideas or skills, but they act fast, repeatedly, imperfectly. Procrastination creates an invisible wealth gap between who you are and who you could have been. So ask yourself, how much has hesitation already cost you? And more importantly, how much more are you willing to pay? Your future self is banking on you. Picture your future self 10 years from now. Where are you living? What work are you doing? What kind of life are you living? Now ask, did that version of you build that life? Or were they just handed it? Every time you choose action over delay, you're making a deposit into your future self's wealth account. Every workout, every focused hour of learning, every dollar saved, every conversation initiated. Your future isn't decided by some big dramatic moment. It's decided in tiny, invisible, micro decisions made daily. You're either building your future or borrowing against it. There is no neutral. Replacing procrastination with a system. Discipline alone won't save you. Systems will. If you want to beat procrastination, you need to remove friction, create structure, and build consistency. Here's a simple 3-step system that changed my life. Micro start rule. Commit to just starting for 2 minutes, not finishing, just starting. It breaks inertia. Time blocks over to-do lists. Schedule real time for important actions. If it's not on your calendar, it's not real. Accountability loops. Tell someone. Join a challenge. Get a partner. Make your goals social, not secret. These systems work because they lower resistance. And the lower the resistance, the more likely you are to take consistent action. The emotional side of procrastination. We often procrastinate not because we're lazy, but because we're scared. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough, so we delay. Not to rest, but to avoid discomfort. But here's the truth. You don't need to feel confident to act. You need to act to become confident. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward anyway. I once put off launching a product for 8 months because I was scared no one would buy. When I finally launched, I made more in 2 weeks than I had in 3 months at my day job. Your next breakthrough might be hiding right behind that task you've been avoiding. What happens when you finally start? When you stop procrastinating, something incredible happens. Momentum builds, confidence rises, clarity returns. You become the kind of person who trusts themselves, who finishes what they start. And that confidence bleeds into everything: your finances, your career, your relationships. You start making better decisions, saying no to distractions, taking yourself seriously. Because now you're not just dreaming of a better future, you're building one. Your bank account grows, your skill set expands, your mindset sharpens. Starting is hard, but not starting is so much harder in the long run. Beating procrastination isn't about being perfect, it's about being in motion. You don't need to fix your whole life today. You just need to take the next small step. Maybe it's opening that notebook. Maybe it's sending that email. Maybe it's setting a 10-minute timer and just beginning. Your future wealth, your freedom, your self-respect, they all start the moment you do. Here's my challenge to you. Pick one thing you've been putting off and start it today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Then come back here and tell me in the comments. What did you finally start? How did it feel? Let's build wealth, not just in money, but in momentum, clarity, and self-belief. Your future self is watching. Give them something to thank you for. If you are ready to make the day count, hit that subscribe button and join this journey to crushing your goals. I love you guys. Peace.